Alrighty guys, as you probably already guessed from that little boat ride, we are at Universal Studios, and it is the beginning of our Halloween Horror Nights vacation. Halloween Horror Nights starts tomorrow, Friday. Today is Thursday. We're gonna go into the park. We're gonna check out all the Halloween Horror Nights stuff, because although we've seen some construction updates, we haven't had the pleasure of checking them out firsthand. Now we're going to, and we're bringing you along with us. And here we go. The first little bit of Halloween Horror Nights construction that we get to see is the entryway has been decked out with the medallion and all the posters for all the houses. And we are in the park, and today we are joined by Monique, because Halloween Horror Nights never go alone. So we're headed through. I'm excited, man. It's surreal to be back at Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights after basically 2 years of not seeing the event. And really, if some of you guys have been following for some time now, you know that Halloween Horror Nights is kind of what started the channel. So this is exciting. We're going through. We're going to check out everything the night before Halloween Horror Nights arrives. And here's our first scare zone. Now, I have seen some of the team member preview. I've done my best to avoid it, but I keep clicking the button and watching the videos. It's it looks like it's a lot better than I expected. I expected people to just be up on these stages, but we do have roaming actors, which is awesome. And this right here, I need to take a picture of this. Woo! Jack is back. 30 years of fear. Look at these guys. Babe, you scared? She's real nervous about the event. And check this out, this is kind of new. I have not seen this in the past. They have like a little additional merch store over here. I know that they typically have, as you can see, the switchbacks. One of the houses is right here. They have the little raptor right here in the front, covered up. But I haven't seen them have like a little merch store. This shirt right over here is gonna be a must. I might have to wear this to the opening night. And I love the simple front like that with just Jack on it. What's that, babe? What, the hoodie? I like that. I'm also looking forward to getting one of these mystery, kind of like little Funkos that they have. You get any of these guys. Ooh, focus, boom. But I hadn't noticed that they also have a long sleeve shirt. I might get this. I live in Virginia, DC area, and it gets cold, and this would be perfect. I would definitely not wear this in Orlando. It's too hot over here. This year, the merch is definitely on par. I already have purchased, I think, like 3 of the shirts this year for Halloween Horror Nights, and I plan on purchasing a few more. Haven't made any additional purchases while I've been here, but that long sleeve might be a must. And like Monique was saying, that's almost like a little mini tribute store along the way. I haven't ever seen them do that, which is pretty cool. But we're coming up on some of the different posts. As you can see over here, they have like the little booth. I'm not sure what that's themed to, but it's a cool little booth. And we got one coming up here. Let's go check it out. Here's another one of these little food booths. We saw that one behind me, the pink one. I didn't check and see if their menu was up, but this one does have their menu up, and it's themed with Jack on it. That's awesome. I look forward to trying some of this stuff out. Let's see if they have anything cool. Ghoul Juice, a mango rum punch. You know, I'll have to try one of their drinks. I typically don't like drinks to be too sweet. I'm more of like a bourbon and Coke type of guy, but I'll try something out just to get a blinky cup. And then over here in this corner, typically we do have 3 houses, and it looks like the tradition will continue. 3 house entrances are set up over here. I haven't checked online to look at the map and see exactly who's going to be where, but hey, how's it going? Good morning. Doing great, man. And check this out. This is the infamous tribute store. We're not going to be able to go in right now because it's not open just yet. Only the Diagon Alley area is open because we're doing the early park admission, but I am excited to come check this out. We will check this out on this vlog. We're going to check this out, all the scare zones, just get a quick overview of what the park has firsthand ourselves. And here's some more of the scare zone here. The scare zone, I forget what it was called, but it's something like these aliens wearing like these like helmets and white gowns. I'm not too sure of the backstory, but it looks pretty freaking awesome. I mean, the last 2 years I can't say that this has been the best scare zone area, but I'm looking forward to checking this one out. I like all the theming. They've gone all out. Look at this. All these like stuff that's draped in black. It's probably like a body. And right behind that scare zone, it looks like we have 2 booths. And this item right here, if you follow me on my Instagram, and if you don't, make sure to go check me out on Instagram and Twitter and all my other social medias. That item right there that they have pictured is one of the items that I've actually been looking forward to. I've seen it online, and I'm going to try that out. Wicked old-fashioned whiskey and Coke. Oh, this booth also has a drink that I may check out. That's something that I could drink all night. Here's a little bit more. I remembered now the name of this scare zone. It's Seek and Destroy. And I believe it's ran by the controller, which, yeah, there's a sign right there. It says, the controller sees all. I wonder if we get to see the controller. Haven't seen, I've tried to avoid the spoilers. I have seen a ton of it, unfortunately, just because I can't help myself. But I wonder if you actually get to meet the controller. Now, the scare zone comes out pretty far over here into Sting Alley. And these barrels right here, as you've been seeing throughout, I believe is human blood that's been harvested. This human blood right here looks nice and fresh because it's nice and red. This one looks old and stagnant. It's all dark and black. And somewhere over here, if you've seen the Halloween Horror Nights commercial, is the vent where Jack is basically hiding, waiting for us for Halloween Horror Nights. Here's another little like food stand, and it looks like it's identical to the one that we saw earlier. It has that same Jack theming and the ghoul's juice as well. So it looks like not every food stand is unique. Some of them are duplicates. Right over here, I'm not sure what's under the scrim, but my best guess would be like signage for the Marathon of Mayhem, which is the fountain show that will be displayed right over here. I'm not sure if from this angle you get a good view of the show, but I know at the other end is like the viewing area where most people will typically be watching it. I look forward to it because the original Marathon of Mayhem was probably the best show that Halloween Horror Nights has ever had in 2019. And here it looks like we got a food truck for Halloween Horror Nights. I haven't seen that either. I think now food events for all the different times of the year is going to be like typical. And this one looks like the Hispanic food truck. It has carnitas, picadillo, queso blanco for Halloween Horror Nights 30, obviously. And you can also scan over here to get the food and beverage menu on your phone. And here we are entering the Crypt TV scare zone. Now, I have watched some of it. I've had the pleasure of watching some, like this right here is Looksee, I believe. Yes, this is reference to the Looksee Crypt TV short, but I haven't been able to watch all of them. Maybe tonight I'll make that a priority to watch them, so I know. The Itsy Bitsy Spider is one that I have not watched, but I am aware of. Not sure what this one references, but it looks pretty cool. The Looksee one was awesome, but one thing that I did note was there wasn't much dialogue. And I'm not sure if they're all like that. Make sure to comment down below and let me know if they are. But that was like an interesting aspect of it. Now here's a closer look at this one. I've seen many other vloggers that have posted this one, but in person, it looks so cool and detailed. I am not aware of this one either. I'm assuming Door in the Woods, just because I've heard others say it, but I haven't even seen the name in the list of Crypt TV miniseries to watch. So, but it's kind of cool that you could circle around back here. I wonder if when the actor's back here, you're still able to circle around back here, or do they block it off so only the actor? And there's the activated trigger with a speaker. And here's a closer look at the Itsy Bitsy Spider. This is one that I think I definitely got to watch really quick. Tonight for sure. Halloween Horror Nights preparation is not done up till you're in Halloween Horror Nights. And as we continue making our way through, I gotta say I'm excited. These scare zones look pretty detailed. I've seen some of them online, like I said, spoilers. But tomorrow night is the night we start Halloween Horror Nights and the fog rolls out. We're gonna take a quick divergent into Diagon Alley, probably ride a ride, maybe get some breakfast. It's super early, and then continue our trek throughout the park. You cannot beat this entry. Every time. I'm amazed every time. And then you see the dragon in the distance. That's the Green Gots Bank. But I think if we're able to, we're gonna get some breakfast. And our leaky cauldron breakfast is done. Babe, did you enjoy your breakfast?
I'm super full.
She got the pancakes and I got the American breakfast, which is basically just eggs and bacon and sausage. But it was delicious. I'm nice and nutritious. I was trying to rhyme there, but that didn't make too much sense. We're gonna try to, since we're here, get a ride on Escape from Green Gots, and then get back out there and check out some more Halloween Horror Nights construction. And we're making our way out of Diagon Alley. Let's go check out some more of what HHN has to offer for tomorrow night. There's another one of those food booths, and I love how this one's themed. Over to the left, we'll be heading that way shortly. That's where another one of the shows is, over at the Fear Factor Live Stadium. And check this out. All right, so this is what they'll be offering. This is another one of those, I believe it is like the vegan option for food. Ooh, they got a dulce de leche churro. That sounds delicious. And look at this guy up here. Terrifying. And right behind this, right next to the water, beautiful view over here at this food booth, you got the good guy doll setup. You know, there was like a little scrim behind this where it looked like Chucky was going to be behind like a vinyl, but I guess not. It looks like they're going to set up, do they have like a foot pedal back here too? I'm sure they do. They have where he needs to stand. Chucky's been at the event several times, so it makes sense that he's here for the 30th anniversary. Yeah, so this is definitely the more generic of the booths. As we're heading over to check out the show, here's the third of this particular style of booth that we've found. And I keep on looking at the menu to make sure it looks the same, as well as the theming around the actual booth looks the same as well. And then right behind us is Halloween Nightmare Fuel. Halloween Horror Nights. You got the dates that it'll be running, which is basically every night of Halloween Horror Nights, September through October. And it's at the Fear Factor stage right back here. And here's another sign for the show. Basically it gives you the show times, 8 o'clock, 9:30, 11, and 12:30 every night, I'm assuming, because this doesn't look like a sign that's changeable. And the event starts every night at 6, I believe, so it looks like this show starts 2 hours later. Making our way in, looks like the Men in Black area, not much theming, but I know just behind it over here, behind this sign, we got some of the haunted houses. And right outside the MIB store, we got the two entryways for either Puppet Theater and Wicked Growth. So I'm not sure if to the left is Puppet Theater and to the right is Wicked Growth, but either one of these two is going to be back here. So you got Wicked Growth probably, and Puppet Theater. The facade for Puppet Theater looks amazing, so I can't wait to check that out. As we head past that area, I did say that the facade for Puppet Theater looks really good, but specifically Wicked Growth. I've heard a lot of great things about Wicked Growth from some of the team members that have been to the event already. I've reached out to some of them just because I can't help myself and asked how it went, told them to give it to me as spoiler-free as they possibly can, and a lot of them said, Icons, Wicked Growth. So I'm excited to check that house out as well. And now we're making our way through Springfield. One thing that was notable as well is that there wasn't anything going on in Springfield for the team member preview, at least in some of the videos that I saw. I'm not sure if some of the Chainsaw crew came out later, but they didn't have many actors or any actors. I wonder if it's going to be different for the general public as opposed to the team member preview. One little thing, if I could give anybody a tip, hopefully it still works, is behind Jedediah Springfield over here, there is like a little waterfront table area that I've sat at before during Halloween Horror Nights, and it's nice and secluded. Not many people come back here. I wonder if for Marathon of Mayhem, now people start sitting back here. Not sure if it's a good view. It'll be cool if it's a good view for Marathon of Mayhem, but also if you're just looking to tuck away for a moment, take a quick break, grab a drink, this is a nice little place to tuck back to. Here's a little sign for the Marathon of Mayhem. I wonder if it's going over what's going to be included So it has Universal Monsters, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, as well as The Haunting of Hill House. All films featured in the show are available for purchase through our Universal Studios store location, as well as Haunting of Hill House, now streaming on Netflix. And back here is where the Marathon of Mayhem will be. There's Monique. Back here will be the viewing area, which has a decent amount of space. If you get a seat up here nice and close, I'm sure that's pretty awesome. Last time around when I watched the Marathon of Mayhem, I watched it way over there by like Transformers, so I wasn't too close, but it was still an amazing experience. I look forward to getting some better seats this time around when I check out the show. And as we make our way back to the like ET area, we got the Twisted Tater stand themed after Beetlejuice. I love this stand. It looks awesome. Let's see what they got. So obviously a very polarizing item here at Halloween Horror Nights. You got the Twisted Taters, Blood and Gut Taters, Twisted Frankie Coil Taters, which I think that's the one with the hot dog in it, then soda, some canned drinks, as well as that ghoul juice that you find at the more generic stand. I think this year we got to get some Twisted Taters, as well as some pizza fries. Well, I guess we got to get that every single time. And over here we have, right before you get to the SpongeBob store, you got the one food stand that's themed after the Haunting of Hill House. Let's see what they have to offer. Nell's Tea Party Sandwich. Aw, Nell's one of the characters in the show if you're not familiar. Got stuffed brisket. Damn, that sounds good. Jalapeno poppers. Tempeh Reuben. Luke grilled cheese. Geez, I guess that's what's photographed right there. That grilled cheese looks amazing. And I love this little theme. All these like cool booths themed after the houses that are going to be here. It's pretty awesome. That's the stuffed brisket? Oh yeah, it is. That's not the grilled cheese. That's the stuffed brisket. Yum. Yeah, stuffed brisket. I might have to get that. And then right across from it, you got one of those more generic stands. So this is probably like the fourth of this particular like generic style booth that we've had. And then back on over here, over where Barney used to be, and then you got Fievel goes west. You got the ET store and the ET ride, and it looks like right here you could already see Nell's hand coming through the scrim there. This is the Haunting of Hill House, and then to the right is Beetlejuice. I believe Haunting of Hill House goes down this way, and then Beetlejuice goes down through the ETQ. All right, to see the entrance facade for the Haunting of Hill House, although we only saw like the little sign, gets me extremely excited. That's probably my number one house, and I've been anticipating that coming to the event for some time now, ever since I watched the show. One of my favorite horror shows that I've seen on Netflix, one of the ones that I think is best done, has a nice like build up. And then the next house that I would be looking forward to is Icons. I am a huge fan of Icons. The Icon years is when I started Halloween Horror Nights, so I look forward to seeing that house, and I've heard that it's an amazing house as well. And now Monique's heading in, she doesn't even know, unknowingly heading into Gorewood Forest. This is probably where she's going to be the most scared, the Terror Queen. For those of you who didn't get to experience the Terror Queen, she was at Islands of Adventure. I was hoping that this year would be like a dual event where you had both Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios to celebrate all the years that Halloween Horror Nights has been around, but we did not get that. Check this out. I know it was wishful thinking to think that they were going to be at both parks, but this is like a little boo hole here in a scare zone, which means this scare zone is going to be almost like an outdoor haunted house. Here's another one. They got plenty of areas where the actors can hide. This one over here is pretty large. I wonder if it's going to have a larger like scare actor in there. I don't know. It's a pretty big space. Let's see. Halloween Horror Nights may be starting early. What's in there?
Roar!
Oh, scary! They got plenty of these little like areas for people to be scared, and definitely a lot of dead bodies everywhere. Here's
what if that was actually a person in there trying to
here's a foot. Is he wearing like Adidas Ultra Boost? I don't know. Dude's kick game is strong, but he's not strong anymore. And then over here on this final stage, most people that have covered this enter from this end. This is where the Terror Queen herself actually stands, and I believe some type of sacrifice is made here every single night I don't know if it's on an hourly basis or whatnot, but that tarp right there, I believe, is the body that's either being hung or something of that nature, with the Terror Queen over here enjoying it. Gorewood Forest. Now, as we exit Gorewood Forest, which is one of the scare zones that I'm looking forward to the most, we actually head over to the scare zone that I'm looking forward to the absolute most, and only because the particular name associated with it, which is the Eddie Scare Zone, Lights, Camera, Action. Although his name is spelled differently, and I'm not claiming that I am Eddie, I have been coming to the event so long that I feel like I'm Jack's brother. I also do love horror movies and gore myself. So, here we got the Scooby-Doo crew coming through.
Good morning.
Good morning. But once again, I'm not claiming to be Eddie, but you haven't seen both of us in a room at the same time. One, I feel like I've been coming to the event so long that I am like Jack's brother, and I'm a huge fan of horror movies. So, once again, not saying that I am Eddie, but my name is Eddie, so who knows? And then as you enter Lights, Camera, Action, you got your first stage. I'm not too sure what this stage is referring to. I know that it's basically supposed to be like a kind of like the best of from years past scare zones, and also like some movies, horror movies. But this one right here in particular, I'm not too sure, and it looks like they're doing some work on it right now. Like an open view of everything, but right over here, the name says it itself. This is themed to Vamp 55. You got like the ice cream cart over here, which I believe had like a hand that would pop out of it, and just that like retro vibe. And there they go again, coming right on back through. And up here, I think that's a projector, and maybe an actor's gonna be up there, I'm not too sure, but it looks pretty awesome.
I found something awesome.
Monique was pointing out back here that in this little area over here where it looks like it's a dead hand and some rotten meat, there's a QR code that is currently not active. She tried to scan it and it didn't work, but it definitely looks like something Halloween Horror Nights related, because you got all this like rotting meat and a hand that's holding the QR code. It must be one of those like scavenger hunts.
But it's not active yet.
Good job, babe. We'll make her a Halloween Horror Nights fan in no time.
See, but I don't think it's a real thing.
I'm not too sure about this one over here. Treeks and Foons looks kind of Killer Clowns-esque, but I'm not too sure what this one's themed to. Let me know in the comments down below. I kind of try to act like I'm a Halloween Horror Nights historian, but a couple of these stages are stumping me. Monique said it's a baby scare zone to get the babies ready for Halloween Horror Nights. Here we have the Invasion Scare Zone, which I believe was from 2019. This one was a cool one right over by where Disaster, or now the Fast and the Furious ride, is. I wonder, I guess this is like a deterrent for climbing? I'm not sure, but I have seen the alien that stands up on here. It's pretty cool. And once again, there's the name of the scare zone, Lights, Camera, Action, Eddie's Revenge. Now, I think they intentionally spelled it wrong. My Eddie is spelled with a Y, and that's what they do to throw you off so you don't know who he really is. Betty Boo and Hello Kitty store is they have one of these machines where you could personalize your Apple Watch bands as well as your iPhone cases. And although it's not advertised, they do have it here. I know that the Tribute store has it advertised, where you can make your own Halloween Horror Nights cases. I like this one. But I like that one too. But I like that one too. I like that one. I like that one. I get them all. And very cool in this store, something I've never noticed before because I don't come in here too often, just if I'm trying to take like an AC break, they do have Halloween jewelry. They typically have just regular jewelry out here, but they have Halloween themed jewelry right now. It's their Halloween collection. Those are tiaras, but they almost mimic like Mickey ear style merchandise. Alright, so in no particular order, we're stepping up our vlogging game and we actually know what's over here now. We made our way back because we're going to check out the Tribute store. It's Icons, Chainsaw, and Tooth Fairy. Okay? I don't know in what particular order they are, but those are the three houses that are positioned back here for entry. And into the Tribute store we go. Let's check it out. I'm excited. Always love the tribute store for Halloween Horror Nights. And it's been such a popular thing to do that now they do it for basically every single year. And as most of you that follow me know, I will be posting a like full no commentary walkthrough eventually. Oh, I could barely see him. Disney reference. This is a shirt right here that Monique should get. I told her, drop dead gorgeous. And then you got the socks, which I don't know who would wear these socks, but maybe to display them. These cups though, online they didn't look as cool, but I think in person I might just have to get one of these Jack cups. And let's take a look at the back side of them. You got all the different icons. My fave right there, the caretaker. So check this out. This is a mold from Treeks and Foons, which was that stage over in Lights Camera Action that I told you I wasn't familiar with. It says that it's from Halloween Horror Nights 2002. Ooh, look at this guy. The lighting, for whatever reason, messes this up. I guess it's due to like the, I forgot, the camera and the lighting and how the camera works. But I have the Jack artwork from last year in my YouTube studio. This is something I may add as well. And then here are those phone cases that I was showing you over at the other place. You can make them, or at least the machine tells you can make them, but here you could just buy them. Here's a little cool piece of merch. It's the virtual design group for the tribute store, kind of like how it was all put together. I like that. And check out this organ playing back here. And they have this like, I don't know, it's like a projection or like a mirror that has a monitor in it, an LCD. Looks very cool. Gotcha. So in addition to buying the cases as you like, and over here you got Michael Myers and some other mask, you also have the ability to make it. And I love how they've themed the machine where you make your iPhone cases. Very cool. Right next to it you got the Frankenstein wax figure. Boom, and you just pay some money and you'll watch your wax figure be made, and it looks like it's just Frankenstein's head, or Frankenstein's monster's head. Here's another look at the artwork without that shutter issue. And then we enter into this room that looks like it's Jack and the icons. Ooh, a bust of the caretaker. I wonder if they sell that. That would be super cool. Oh, and look, a painting of him right behind. That painting is awesome. Jeez. I want it, and I want it in that frame. And I won't take no for an answer. Here are some of the house shirts as well. It looks like all the icons have their bust here. This is probably the worst of the icons, the storyteller. Got some like Mardi Gras looking like mask. And then the usher. The usher and the director. These paintings that they have of them are awesome, and I don't think they're actually paintings. I think it's actually a screen. Boop. Yep, it's a screen, but it looks awesome. Love like the vibrant color and the blood all over the director's face. Here's Chance. You won't stand a chance. And then, boom. Is this for sale? No, it's stuck in there, but that looks pretty cool. Look at Jack. Jack is back. And then these right here were a collection from the past. I wonder if you could buy them again. Very cool. Cindy. And Fear's Lantern. I don't see prices on any of this memorabilia, so maybe it's just here for display. You got the Leave It to Cleaver, the Sweet 16 candle, 3D goggles. I have a couple of those at home, and some other stuff. And of course, the master of them all, Jack, gets his own bust a little bit higher than the rest and centered right above the fireplace. And looks like they got some exclusive merch for Universal Annual Pass holders. Show the back, babe. Bam, check that out. Halloween Horror Nights, 25 years of monster mayhem. And then you also got this over here. Why does it say 25 years? Interesting. It says 25 years, right?
It says Jack presents.
Jack presents 25 years of monsters and mayhem. Interesting.
And then this
It says probably Universal Annual Pass holder.
says all time.
All-time screams, Universal.
How long has Jack been here?
Maybe 25 years? I guess so. The event's been here for 30 years. It's the 30-year anniversary. And then you got the annual pass holder pin, which that looks super cool. And then you got this hallway over here with some of the people that paid to get their pictures put up. That's Jen Tracker next to Tim Tracker. And then I know her name, but I can't recall what it is. I don't know who everybody is, but obviously most people know who Jen and Tim Tracker are. I'm trying to see if I recognize anybody else in these photos. You know, I can't really recognize anybody else, except for that one girl that I didn't know her name. But yeah, I think that might be Jen and Tim Tracker's baby. Interesting. I kind of wish I would have got one of those because they mail it to you after they're done with the event. Well, look at this. Reminds me a lot of the Mardi Gras room. Got a lot of the Beetlejuice merch over here. Yeah, I'm loving the theming and the ambiance in this room. All the Beetlejuice merch is in here. They got all different types of things. The handbook for the recently deceased. Some other shirts that glow in the dark. As well as cotton candy. And check out this little mega scale figure with sound. Might have to get something. Then we transition into the final room, and it looks like we got another one of those Moldoramas, but this one makes a jack-o'-lantern. Oh, and then it looks like we got one of the transport cars for the Shady Brook Asylum. It is the home for the criminally insane, and it sounds like somebody's in there right now. And of course, with Shady Brook Asylum, they got some Jack merch and Icon merch. You know, this right here, this license plate, if I could just get my license plate numbers stamped into there, that would be pretty awesome. Oh, look at these figurines of the classic Universal monsters. And then over here we have some more merch in the final room. This shirt I love, and this shirt as a long sleeve I love, as well as these figurines. I will be purchasing at least one or two of these figurines. I hope I don't get the same one twice. If not, hopefully somebody will trade with me. But basically, just some random vinyl figures, kind of like a pop figure, and your options would be these. So it's kind of cool that it's random, because then if you do get a duplicate, you could trade with other people, and they're $18. And then in typical fashion, the last room is the snacks and treats. Looks like you got some Bride cotton candy. Tubes of blood. Who doesn't love that? You got some milk chocolate bars. Yum. And then blood-soaked popcorn. Very appetizing. And then the Carriage House Confectionery has some cool Franken cupcakes. These little headstone ones. 30 Years of Fear cupcake. That looks pretty awesome. And then you got a bunch of other little cookie treats. And then the Stable Suites over here has some more items. And prior they've had the ones that beat, and this looks like a real heart. You have the arteries and everything, and they're beating. And then you have the brains over here. I guess that's for the bride. With the electricity. Very cool. They're like gummy treats. And this is new, bagged coffee. I haven't seen this in the past. Zombie dirt, shrieking toad, siren song. That's very Howl-O-Scream Orlando-esque. And then it looks like you got some Beetlejuice popcorn as well. It doesn't look that appetizing, but I do love the colors. Green and purple are my favorite. And then you get some cotton candy. And just like that, we make our way out. Oh, it's steamed all the way out. I love this. Oh no. It looks like the Shady Brook town of Scare. Oh, I love this exit. But the carriage crashed and the criminally insane have escaped. And you also have this cool coin machine. Woo. Let's take a quicker look at that. You get some HHN coins. Alrighty guys, that is the whole entire circle around Universal Studios Orlando. I know that there is also at Islands of Adventure a store over there, which we will be checking out eventually, and we'll bring it on the vlog as well. But here at Universal Studios, you got those food locations, the different locations for all the houses, and hopefully I did an all right job of pointing out where each house would be. Originally I didn't come too well prepared, but we pulled up the map and sharpened up our game. Then we finished it off with going through the tribute store. I'm excited. The event is tomorrow night, guys, and we will be recording it for you guys, bringing you along for the vlog here at Halloween Horror Nights. I hope you guys are coming to the event as well. It's going to be a good one. At least it seems like that way. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you had a good time following us along here on this vlog at Universal Studios, checking out the construction for Halloween Horror Nights firsthand. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one. But don't forget to ask yourself, have you been edutained?